Across the sea of stars lies another world, a world almost exactly like ours. This is where he lives. He's 27 years old, single, but searching.
Welcome back to another classic review, and I use that term loosely.
This movie's an absolute classic, my friend.
Classically awful.
Yeah. We're talking, of course, about the epic, the legendary Howard-the-Duck.
He has a very sudden midlife crisis. He lands in Cleveland.
Schmoes, how you doing? And thanks for having me on for another collaborative video. I really appreciate it, even though it is Howard the Duck. And I'm really sorry I got this to you late. You asked me to do it like 2 weeks ago, and I hadn't done it. I knew I'd have to take 2 solid hours and burn them to the sacrifice them to the movie gods. And I knew I'd never get it back and return to you a dumber man. So here I am. I saw it, and I do return to you a dumber man.
Remember back in the 80s when George Lucas was God?
The 80s, yeah.
Remember that? Well, this
he could do no wrong.
Yeah, well, this should have been the first sign that Jar Jar Binks was right around the corner. Because, wow.
I mean, Howard the Duck is one of those movies you remember seeing like eons ago when you were a kid, and you remember it being just horrible, but to its credit, you watch it now, and it's actually not that good. It's much worse.
So Leah Thompson is in this punk rock band called Cherry Bomb, and they're trying to make it. They have hearts of gold, but they're punk rockers, which, what? No. And then she, wouldn't you know it, she runs into this crazy duck from outer space named Howard. You know what he loves to do, Christian? He's not one of these ducks that likes to swim around in the pond. No, he likes to drink beer and smoke cigars and bang chicks. That's this duck's MO.
It's so stupid.
It's funny because it's really not meant for kids because it has like adult content. I mean, they cuss in it, and he works at a horror house at one point, but it's not meant for adults because they're just gonna pick the movie apart. They're not gonna enjoy it. They're gonna be like, why does that duck have tits? And why do they have like mammal hair with receding hairlines? And why is this movie just so awful?
He shows up and he's doing karate, and they start kicking his ass when he gets there for no reason, right? Leah Thompson just goes, you know what? It's a talking duck. Come on over, it's raining.
Yeah, she invites a talking duck, and I mean, look, maybe you think it's a little kid that got lost trick-or-treating. I don't know what you think this thing is, but you don't invite it into your household.
I mean, the dialogue is the worst. The acting is horrible, the script blows. Tim Robbins is in it. Tim Robbins! And he's horrible.
Lucky for Tim Robbins, everyone forgets he's in this movie.
Not us, baby.
I know, but he is in the film, and he's the kooky kind of scientist or whatever, too.
Maybe he kind of likes Leah Thompson, maybe she kind of likes him. There's some love interest. There's a love triangle in this movie involving, again, a duck.
And right in the beginning credits, I noticed something that just made it all come together. You guys ready? Here it is. Bam! Yep, George Lucas made it happen. Are you guys surprised? Because you really shouldn't be.
It's dishonest, is what it is. It's very dishonest.
Oh, you mean ducks can't actually talk?
No.
Those lying bastards.
No, what I mean is, hey, I'm George Lucas. I was coming off the biggest franchise in the world.
Yeah.
The next thing that I'm going to put my name in is a duck movie. Everyone will see it. He could have been like, oh, I'm going to make a movie about a flying egg. And everyone would have seen it.
Yeah.
It was George Lucas. It was dishonest.
Howard the Duck makes the Phantom Menace look like Ulysses. I swear to God, the Gun Guns, I can promise you this, the Gun Guns on Naboo have TVs, and they have Howard the Duck. And they talk shit about Howard the Duck like we talk about Jar Jar.
It showed that he was not as brilliant as we thought he was when we let it pass. It was like, it's like the serial killers. When they hear like, oh, he was such a nice boy. Well, how about when you saw him killing frogs in the yard? This is George Lucas killing frogs in the yard.
At a point in the movie, this dark overlord that looks something like a scorpion meets Joanka the Lava Beast from Super Star Wars. That was a stupid boss.
That huge creature that comes out the end is just so awful looking. Just use the Rancor puppet. Dust them off. Get Frank Oz's right hand in the movie.
They should have brought the actual Rancor. That's what they should have done. They pulled it in from Tatooine, and there you go. It's like the Tatooine has the Rancor fights Howard the Duck. Great. You give us the Star Wars thing. You're not cheating us.
We got the Rancor's in his trailer. He's not coming. He needs a Diet Coke.
Yeah, no. The Rancor read the script and said no. Done. How many schmoes do you give old Howard?
Oh yeah, that's right. Schmoes, Howard the Duck. Because I love George Lucas, and I kind of a thing for ducks. I'll give it 1.1 out of 5 stars. Because
George Lucas has let me down like no other person has ever let me down besides you. I give him half of a schmo.
Half of a schmo.
Just half of a schmo out of 5. This is the lowest ranking I've ever given a movie. movie.
I got nothing. I'm gonna give the closing statement to the schmoes, because I literally have nothing. Don't go near it. Avoid it at all costs, like airborne AIDS. Never go near it.
I mean, I guess it's kind of laughable bad, but it's not even. It's torture.
Yeah, it's fun. It's kind of fun to watch for the first 10 minutes, and then it really is. And then you get bogged down because the movie actually tries to tell a real story and tug at your heartstrings. And it's like, George, stop it.
Yeah.
Get a lightsaber. Get Mark Hamill. That's what you do.
Wish somebody would have told him that for episodes 1, 2, and 3.
Howard the Duck, trapped in a world he never made.
This is probably the only time that I would understand if my dad was like, I wish I didn't have kids. Because he had to take us to this movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and at the time, I'm like, oh, my dad must have loved this movie. He must have been wishing that there was some kind of poison in the popcorn.
I'm trying to start a family here. I'm trying to pay the bills. I gotta watch this talking duck for 2 hours.